Hey you guys, it's Britt. Today we're here to talk about Love Meg. She recently posted some things that I wanted to talk about, so if you're interested in hearing my thoughts, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so if you're clicking on this video, chances are you know all about Love Meg, so I don't think she needs a big intro, but she is a cleaning channel, kind of like a lifestyle YouTuber. She does a lot of cleaning content, shares some travel stuff, but more recently she's been discussed because of her very salty attitude towards subscribers, with them expressing that they're not wanting to pay for her content that she's now putting behind a paywall. It's a whole saga, but the main issue here is that we're dealing with someone who became very successful thanks to her audience, her subscribers, her followers, whatever you want to call them. Those are very important people, and those people put her in the position where she could live a really extravagant lifestyle. And when I see YouTubers do this and snap off on the people that put them in the place that they are, I have every right to share an opinion about it. Now, some people don't understand why Love Meg is being talked about right now. If you guys look historically on my channel, I have talked about influencers scamming subscribers, being entitled, lying, all of the above, because I appreciate honesty, I appreciate transparency, and I appreciate when a YouTuber reaches this kind of pinnacle that they remain humble. And that's near impossible to find, and you will find that as a common theme among all of the different influencers and YouTubers that I've discussed. Most of them have a big problem with remaining grounded and remaining humble. So, and I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it is rare to see someone get to that point and not, you know, become salty or rude or entitled. So either way, the first thing is from her Instagram story. Someone commented, "That's not your natural hair color, your eyebrows say it all." And Meg decided to respond and say, "My eyebrows have always been darker than my natural hair." And that's usually true. Your eyebrows are usually a shade or two darker than whatever your natural hair color is. And she posted this like she loves to do. She loves to put commenters on blast all over Instagram. And again, don't get me wrong, I know that sometimes this can be warranted. It's not like the person was name calling or telling Meg that she was, you know, I don't know, ugly or anything like that. And here's my whole thing. Who cares if you have natural hair color? Who cares if it's gray? Who cares if it's pink or blue or brown? I don't understand what there is to be so up in arms about when it comes to someone saying, well, that's not your natural hair color because your eyebrows. Why was this even something that energy was wasted on? And she said, some people have naturally darker brows. Thought everyone knew this, and then puts the laughing emoji. And she, of course, had to add, this is my natural color. So technically I went a bit darker, Karen. This is just unwarranted. Again, we go back to the issue of, if Meg is so unbothered by people who don't like her, commentary channels, drama channels, if you're that unbothered by it, why are you constantly addressing comments that you find that are out of line, even though they're not? Why are you constantly talking about negativity? Why are you constantly addressing your haters? If you really don't care that much, you're not going to be talking about it every opportunity you get. Do you guys realize how many videos I would have on my channel if I reacted to every comment that I didn't like, or every video that someone made about me that was either not true or just I didn't like the opinions that they have? Like, the internet is such a weird space to kind of exist because we all have our real lives, like day to day, go to work, come home, do your errands, all that kind of stuff. And then we also spend time online, and I feel like there's such a divide between the things that people do online and the things that people do in real life. If someone came up to me and said, your hair looks like it's dyed, I would never say, oh, well, this is my real hair color here, and blah, blah. Like, it's just unwarranted. And, you know, you can move past that conversation. It doesn't even need to get to the point where she is. So Meg, sometimes she gives me Jeffree Star vibes. She's like the most bother person on the internet. I'm not kidding you. I've never seen someone say so many times how much they don't care about people and their opinions, but constantly throw people in the mud because they made a comment that Meg didn't like. The next thing that she did that I wanted to share is she said on her Instagram story, also, FYI to the rumors that I see multiple times a day that we are so broke we had to move. First of all, thought you didn't pay attention to gossip and drama and tea and opinions that you didn't like, but you know that people are saying that you're broke, but I thought you don't care. So again, why are we spending energy addressing things that you don't care about that much? She continued, your quote, tone deaf, end quote, is showing. We've talked about this before. This is actually something that I've learned since my time on the internet, but as soon as I was shown it, I immediately cut it out, and I didn't know that tone deaf is actually considered an ableist comment, and it shouldn't be used. There are a lot of other words that can be used to describe someone being ignorant, or even if you say that they're just being dumb about a situation. But I saw that and I was like, oh wow, like Meg has been on YouTube and on social media so much longer than I have, especially with YouTube. So for her to say that, I just, you know, either way. She continued, being broke is having $10 for groceries for the week. I've been there. It's not traveling around Europe. That's not necessarily true. You can definitely be broke and have a home, a fridge full of food, you know, all of these, expenses that you have to pay every month. All of your bills can be paid on time. There are people that can pay for all of those things, and they consider themselves not wealthy or poor because they are either house poor, or they're paying back student loans, or they're trying to provide for their kids. So you can have a bigger grocery budget and still consider yourself to be broke. So she's just, you know, and traveling around Europe, travel does not equate wealth, because there are people that have traveled around Europe and put it all on credit cards and run themselves into debt just so that they have these photos for social media. Traveling does not equate being wealthy or being well off at all. She continued, saying someone is broke when they plan to travel nonstop makes you look ridiculous and insensitive. No, Meg, I think that it makes people look realistic, and they're looking at it for what it is, and that this image of social media and content creation goes so far for some people that they would take out a loan or put stuff on credit cards. Now, all that we know is what an influencer shows us. There is no way to know for a fact. I don't care if Meg said it 500 times that they're not in debt. None of us know what their accounts truly look like, nor do we need to. But let's also not say that, oh, you're traveling, so that means that you're well off, and people that don't travel are not well off. Those two just make no sense. It's a case by case basis. And there are absolutely people that have, you know, gone to extreme lengths just to be able to travel. She continued by saying, have my views gone down in the past few years? Yes. Have we created other streams? She misspelled streams of revenue since then. Also, yes. Well, the other streams of revenue that they've created that I know of, as far as her being her own brand is the Love Meg cleaner and the paid lovemeg.video site. She has sponsors and things like that too, but that's not steady. You know, one month you might have 2 sponsors, the next month you might have 7 or 8, but at the rate that she's going and the way that she's publicly embarrassing herself, in my opinion, I could also see the sponsor deals going downhill just like her video views have. Because as I've said before, brands are going to start hearing from customers saying, why are you associated with this influencer? They are acting a fool on Instagram. They're acting stupid over on TikTok. They're keeping their YouTube page nice and, you know, drama-free. But that's just not what they're doing on other platforms. And, you know, there are many other influencers that do not act anything like Meg, that these products could be sent to by a brand instead of being sent to someone like Meg, who lashes out at someone about her eyebrow color. The last story that I want to share with you guys is a DM from a follower, and it says, how are you guys moving? I mean, live in a van with a sink and bed and stuff, or you guys, are you traveling in an RV is what the person was trying to ask. And Meg didn't say a word. All that she did was link the YouTube video that I reacted to, what was it, a week ago, where they announced that all of this was going to be happening. So she wasn't necessarily snarky or bitchy, but the caption says, I guess I'll just keep sharing this video every day for a while. I just, like, why are you getting upset that people are asking questions? Why is this such a trigger for influencers? I don't get it. If you are that triggered and upset by simple questions, then maybe you need to take a social media break. So those were the images that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, let's also talk about what's been going on with her house. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, her house has sold and it's an all cash offer and the buyers are buying it furnished. Now, as far as the picture perfect image that is being given to followers from Meg and her husband, I don't know what's really going on behind the scenes. I don't know if these people are really buying it for, you know, the furniture and it's an all cash deal. I don't know. And like I said earlier, we're not entitled to know so much about the finances of influencers, but we can react to the public content and have opinions about the content that's put out and the things that Meg says herself. So if that is in fact what's happening, good for them. I still think that this is a massive disaster waiting to happen, specifically because of her dogs. And you know, it was weird because she put out a video and she said her son was upset that they were going to an Airbnb because there were back-to-back showings of their house and they didn't want to be in the way. So they got a local Airbnb, and I guess her son had gotten upset because he thought that they were moving right then and there, and he was in a little bit of distress. So what did Meg do? Put him in the car, started vlogging, showing him on camera. You could tell that he wasn't crying, he wasn't super upset, but you could tell that the child was in a little bit of distress. And of course, Meg just included it in her vlog because that's just what she does. That's all she knows how to do, just like a lot of other family vloggers and influencers. When things are happening, it's in front of a camera lens. So instead of being able to be fully present in that moment, the camera was involved. She's having, you know, side chatter with her husband. Her husband's pitching in on what his opinions are, talking about, you know, the Rubik's Cube. The son just wanted to make sure that his Rubik's Cube was there. I just have a bad feeling about this. And as I said in another video, you can communicate changes with your kids, especially once they get a little bit older, to say, okay, here's the plan for today. We're going to go here, there, have dinner, come back home, blah, whatever. But when we're dealing with animals, I could go tell my dog right now that I need to go to Target, I'm going to go to the grocery store, I need to get my car washed, and then I'll come back and we're going to go do something, you know, for him. He doesn't understand what I'm saying. So all that he knows what to do is wait by the door for me to get home. Let me chill, and I know that she'll come back for me because I always come back for him. I worry a lot about both of their dogs traveling. I specifically worry about their senior dog. And I think that it is incredibly selfish for Meg to be putting her dogs through this kind of stress for something that her and Justin want to do. And that's where I'm going to stand on it. Unless she makes a selfless decision that is in the best interest of her animals, I have nothing else to say about her besides, in my opinion, she's a terrible pet owner for voluntarily putting her dogs through that kind of distress when they could be with her parents or, you know, with a close family friend, especially her older dog, Molly. I am very, very, very worried about Molly. And I think that most dog owners could agree that once your dog is 13, you're not going to put them on a plane to go to Europe and then tote them all around in a car, popping in different Airbnbs. If you can even get approved for an Airbnb with 2 dogs, that's a whole nother conversation. But either way, yeah, it is about to pour down rain here. So I'm going to wrap this up, but I did want to share this with you guys. Tell me what you guys think about all of this. As always, I'm loving seeing all the comments and you guys having, you know, conversations with each other. It's just what we're here for. We're here to share the unsolicited opinions, the unwanted quote unquote advice, or whatever it is that we're talking about. I'm feeling really grateful for my platform right now. I'm so appreciative to you guys. And yeah, that's what we're here for. At the end of the day, are these opinions super serious and meant to be taken, you know, and run through the hills with? No, I'm just here to talk to whomever wants to listen. If you want to listen today and not tomorrow, that's okay. If you want to listen next week and not next month, I'm okay with that too. But right now, I'm just feeling really appreciative for my little corner of the internet. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.